Hello and welcome to Teamworks. This is a podcast where we'll be covering everything to do with the gaming world. Each episode we'll be talking to people like ourselves, if you're a streamer or you're just a casual gamer that just wants to talk about gaming. We'll be talking all about everything to do about gaming, and from time to time we'll be talking about Marvel stuff as well. So if you're a big Marvel fan, we'll be talking about that. So this is our podcast. We are Teamworks. Hello everyone and welcome back to Teamworks, and this is episode 8 of series 2 or season 2. It depends which way you want to call it. It's still the same. But we would just want to introduce our old friend SonuCool to the show. He's too cool for my liking. Definitely SonuCool. How are we doing? Welcome.
Yeah, I'm good, man. Thanks for having me.
Not a problem. And I just had to throw a catchphrase in there. I've been thinking of that catchphrase for a while, you know. Well, honestly, thank you for joining. How are we, Phil? Thank you for coming on the show and helping us out again.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, doing good, bud. How are you?
Not bad,
I'm good, man.
Not bad. So, first of all, SonuCool, just for our listeners and for ourselves, just tell us a little bit about yourself, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. My name is Sonu. Hello, fellow gamers. I'm absolutely thrilled to be joining you all today on this gaming podcast. I'm from the region Kashmir in India. So, I had an incredible journey as a gamer that I will share with you guys.
Definitely. And do you know what? It's brilliant having you on the show as well. Just not only because you're an old friend for us through the gaming, and but really as well, we've been having a lot of people from America, and it's nice to have, someone from somewhere different for a change. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's nice to get everyone on from all over the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Thank you. So, and I think gamers are everywhere. If you look at every place, I think there are gamers everywhere right now, playing games. Yeah.
It definitely is, mate. Phil, is there any questions you want to ask SonuCool?
Yeah, so I'm curious what got you started gaming to begin with?
Yeah. So gaming has been a part of my life, for as long as I can remember. I was only 7 years old when I started playing games, and my dad got me into gaming because I was 7. So he bought a gaming console. It was Nintendo NES. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah, I got my hands on the NES. It was a great moment. My love for gaming just sparked, and after that I kept on gaming, and then finally, as time went on, I finally got a PlayStation, and I became a fan of PlayStation since then, and I kept on playing PlayStation, and now I got all the consoles. I mean, from PS1 to PS5. And it's been a great journey, and I'm really very happy to be a gamer. Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
I mean, I used to have the NES as well. I think that might have been my second console. First for me was the Mega Drive, but absolutely loved the NES.
Yeah, I don't know when the next NES has been released, but I got NES in the 90s. Because I myself am from the 90s era. So
yeah.
I was 7 years old in, I think, 97 maybe. Yeah.
Oh, so was you born in 1990 then?
Yeah.
Same year as me?
That's my... yeah, that's great, man. Yeah. So I'm a 90s kid.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
it's great being a '90s kid, isn't it? I mean, Phil's a '90s
yeah.
kid, but he was a little bit later than us, wasn't he, mate?
Yeah, I'm the baby in this group right now.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything, but you said it.
and
95 for me.
my first game was Super Mario Brothers, man.
Oh
That
wow!
game is
Ah,
just awesome. I mean, I still remember that game. And I right now sometimes play that game on my phone too. I install the emulators to play that game because
yeah.
those games really bring back the memories
Yeah,
and everything. NES games were great. First, I got Super Mario, and then Contra, and yeah, these games. So
See, well, I remember they re-brought out the Super Mario Bros., which was originally for the NES. They re-brought it out on the Nintendo Wii, didn't they? I think it was the 25-year anniversary. I think it was.
yeah.
Um, really loved that.
No,
Used to love that game. Played it all the time.
was a good game, and I think they didn't they break the rebrought Super Mario Bros. As well out now for the Nintendo Switch, if I'm correct.
uh, and we kept on playing without even thinking that we are completing a stage, and in the end, we always get that message that our princess is in another castle.
Yeah,
So I it kept on us playing. I mean, we wanted to see the princess. but but even after completing the eighth stage, I think I don't remember well, but I think we finally get to see the princess.
yeah,
I mean, it's funny though, because like I know obviously each level was completely different and you had different worlds and that, but even though after every time you finished the world and it was your princess is in another castle, you still wanted to carry on just to finish it, didn't you? And then before you know it, you've completed the game, and it's just crazy how quick it used to go.
You
yeah.
That is the reason I still love retro games, man.
Yeah,
Recently we got our hands on the game Sea of Stars. If you know that about that game, Sea of Stars from Sabotage Studios.
Oh,
Have
oh,
you
I've not
guys?
heard
I'm
that.
trying to think now. Have I?
Yeah,
I'm not
it's
sure.
it's on it's on PS Plus right now. It's a great game. It's a retro type game. Have you played Chrono Trigger on SNES, Super Nintendo? Chrono
No.
Trigger.
No, I don't think I have. Can't remember.
It's a RPG. It's it has a turn-based combat. So that game was really very great, and the new game that came out is just like that. It's really very good, and I recently earned its platinum. Played it till the end. It was really great, man.
Mm.
Oh, do you know what? I'm looking at it. Yeah, I remember Chrono Trigger.
Yeah,
Completely forgot about that game.
it,
Like,
it had a great it had a great story. If you remember, it had
yeah,
it had interesting characters, and it was an awesome game. And I was expecting the same from Sea of Stars, and it didn't disappoint as well. Cause Sea of Stars is great
nice.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a bit sad though because these turn-based style games, the they're not as common nowadays, are they?
Well, we don't see those games often because you know uh, the developers create a new type of games for the modern gamers, but the classic the old gamers try to they want games like that. I think because
Yeah,
they have played those games before on their old consoles, and they get really very happy after seeing the same type of game combat and story coming back to life. I mean, I think the developers should do it often, man. They should bring back the games that we used to love when we were small kids.
yeah.
Yeah, they
I mean,
should
I
that
do.
think
can
they have
work.
found. they have found some success in doing what are they called? You know, when they rebring it remastered. Yeah,
Yeah,
they found a lot of
remastered, but
success doing that.
Yeah, with the remastered though,
it's been a lot of remastered games lately.
yeah.
Yeah, they are just bombing
What you will find,
everyone with it.
what you will find though with some of the older games when they get remastered, that it's only remastered to HD quality.
Yeah,
But then you get some that have been remaked, which is
yeah.
a completely brand new engine that it's gone under, isn't it?
I think remakes are better because in a remaster version of a game, you can play the same game. I mean, only the graphics are enhanced,
Yeah,
uh, and everything else is same. Remakes are better because you get to see a new story, uh, and in my opinion, a completely different game.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, definitely.
I mean, I absolutely
But
loved playing
but
Final Fantasy VII.
yeah, Final Fantasy VII was great, man. I still haven't completed it yet, but I think they have done a great job because I played that game on PS1. So
Same.
so
Crikey,
when it came out, it was really amazing to see how they made the graphics look absolutely awesome. I
and
mean,
that,
the characters, the story.
yeah, and
But
that,
yeah, sometimes you just don't need to just mess up with the story
yeah,
because it can just not do that you are planning that it's gonna have a sorry.
yeah.
Well, I
Well,
mean, for example, I know that they changed the story slightly for the Final Fantasy VII remake, but it was really good, and it was like a really good take on the original. So it's kind of like you've got your original players who know exactly what to expect, who loved the game, but then
Mm.
it's like, oh, hang on, this didn't happen in the original, and it added that extra little twist so that
well,
what people weren't expecting.
they just added something
Yeah.
a little extra, didn't they? That it wasn't too much.
Mm.
They just added something extra to make it even better. But we're looking back now and we're thinking back then the graphics were amazing. But you can say
No,
now
at
when
that
you look
time,
back at them now and you go, oh my god, really? Did I play that? The graphics were awful when you think back at it now. They weren't that great, but back then they were like God's end, wasn't it? It was like, oh, this is amazing. But now you look at the graphics now and you think, oh my god, it's nothing really, is it?
yeah, graphics. I think it doesn't really matter if the gameplay is good. I mean, if you are enjoying the game, I don't think graphics matter a lot.
No.
So to me, if you're enjoying a game, if you are just if you started a game and just it hooked you up all the way to the end, I think it's good. And graphics doesn't matter, man. If you guys agree with me.
Yeah,
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 Absolutely.
sometimes the graphics are really cool, but the gameplay, the story, and other things aren't really very good. So yeah.
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 Mm.
I tell you something for that. I mean, to be honest with you, the graphics and the story wasn't great. Jumanji, the video game.
Oh, don't
Then
even
hasta la
start with that
vista.
game.
That game is finished.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What do you want to know?
Oh,
Something?
I hated it.
And
They're
yeah,
bringing the new one
I
out.
wanna share something with you guys that I'm a big fan of From Software games.
Oh, go on.
Yeah.
Dark Souls, Demon Souls, and all
Oh,
the other games, man.
Oh wow.
It's like it's like they just you play one of their games and this you just don't want to stop. You just buy another game and then another game because it's really great. I mean, uh, I don't know how they do it, but whenever you play a Souls game, you just want to play more because whenever you get to a boss, and then that boss is tough, and you want to just kill him or destroy him or whatever. And when you do it, finally, first of all, you doubt yourself that you're not gonna do it. But finally, when you do it, it's you really feel that you have done something that nobody can do. But finally, you found out that so many other people has already done that.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing with like the Dark Souls
But
games.
from sort, yeah, that those games are really very, I mean, great, good.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, you get the bosses that you don't actually have to do. Then, if you complete it without doing the ones that you have to do, you think, "Oh, I'll go back and do it, but do it 100%." And then you redo it, and you think, "Do you know what? I'll do it on a harder mode." And you look at some of the gamers now who are playing it like with all ridiculous difficulties added and mods and that, and you think, "God, the game's hard enough on its own. Like, how much harder do you need it to be?"
Yeah, I mean, those games are always hard.
Yeah.
But that's what make those games interesting, and that's what
Absolutely.
makes you go on, and you try to beat that boss, and you just don't give up. I think uh, it's a game that you won't let go once you start.
Yeah, definitely. I was just going to say, ask you a question as well.
Yeah.
Basically, what's the hardest game you think you've you played?
Sorry, can you repeat the question, please?
What was the hardest game you
Hardest game,
played?
yeah. To me, it's been a lot of games were hard for me. I mean, when I started playing games, even Super Mario Bros were hard. When I played that game, when I was little, I didn't even know how to jump, and then finally I learned to play. So if you are asking about right now, so I will tell you that my first Souls game that I played was Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
So I started my from software journey from Dark Souls 3. So it's the first Souls game that you play is always hard. It's really difficult for you because you don't know the game mechanics. So you have to just learn everything. So I think Dark Souls 3 was the hardest for me because I started the Souls games from that game. Yeah.
I can imagine that game being hard as well. The things you got to do on it as well. Yeah, so I can see where you're coming from there. What was yours, Phil? What was your hardest game to play?
Off the top of my head, I couldn't think, but I do know that trying to do the speed run on Crash Bandicoot to get the platinum, that was something I'd never do again. Yeah.
Have you got the platinum?
Yeah.
Oh my god. That's awesome, man.
I broke some fingers in the process, but yeah.
No. If you have broke something, that's all right. But you got the platinum, man. That's what matters. That platinum is really very hard to get, man.
Oh, I was so happy when I got it, though.
Congrats, man. Congrats. You're really a pro.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Because, I too tried to get the platinum, but after a few tries, I said, no, let's leave that game, play another game, because that game was messing with my head, man.
What am
Absolutely.
What am I like, Phil? But it's nothing to do with it. If I can't get the platinum, it's basically because we do game share. We pay half each for games, so it's less money for us, but we're paying more in the sense that we're buying more games. But what will happen is we'll buy a game, we'll start playing that, and then I'll be 60% through the game, and then we'll see another game and we go, oh, doesn't that look good? Let's go and get it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
So we
That's
get
what
it.
I do too.
I download it, start playing it. Phil's not going to play that game until he's completed the last one, so I always forget the other games that I've been playing. But I will tell you, finally, the other week, I platinumed PS4 version of Spider-Man. So I was chuffed to bits.
Hey, what time?
Yeah, and do you know what, mate? I think I'm halfway through Miles Morales' story, so
Nice.
Oh, yeah, nice, good. But those games are good. But I think the what you have achieved in that game, what you said, what was its name? Sorry,
it's
Crash Bandicoot. Crash
Crash
Bandicoot.
Bandicoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot. Yeah.
I mean, what you have achieved there is everything else. What you're playing right now, I mean, Miles Morales and Spider-Man game. Those are really very straightforward and easy games, I think. You just enjoy the
Yeah.
story and just enjoy the open world and do things here and there, activities everywhere. So, but it's easy planet, easy platinum compared to Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean. It is an easy platinum, but the thing is, it's only an easy platinum if you stay on the game and not go to another game.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah. You have to
games.
spend the time with that game. Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, no,
but as we talk
but
now, Phil is
it's not
go on.
it's
Sorry,
not
mate.
really very difficult when you are playing a game that you're enjoying
Yeah,
and
true.
you just keep on spending time with it. But at the other time, on the other hand, the Crash Bandicoot thing, when you complete everything and you just say, "Hooray, I did it!" But finally, when you know that there are some trophies left that you won't ever unlock, and you try to do it, but you can't, and then you just leave that game, and that's really bad because you think that
Oh, it's horrible.
everyone on your friend list is gonna see that you haven't earned those trophies, and you are a trophy hunter.
I know.
So that's embarrassing.
I know exactly what you mean, Sonia. Do you know what? I've
Yeah.
been in some games where I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to get the platinum for this. I'm determined to get the platinum. I'm on a level. 2 hours later, I'm still on the same level. I'm going, oh my god, and they'll pop a rage, and I'm not even talk to anyone. It's like, come on, I can do it.
Yeah.
But it
I
never
mean, this
happens.
is the thing with some games, though, isn't it? Because some games it just requires you to spend a lot of time to get a platinum, but
Yeah,
some games it requires you to learn a lot of skill to be able to do it. Like, for example, I got the platinum for Harry Potter. Now, that I would say was relatively easy to do. It's just really time consuming. But
yeah.
the Crash Bandicoot one, I don't think it took me as long, but it created a lot more anger and rage than I would like to admit.
You could say the Sparrow the Dragon as well. That's a bit of a one where you can get stuck on a level and it's like, oh, come on, can I, you know. But as we're talking now, Sonyu, I bet Phil's like on a game trying to platinum because normally when we're recording, he is on PlayStation trying to platinum a game right now. Are you?
Normally
Right
I
now?
am, but normally I am, but I'm not at the minute. I'm getting some orders done at the minute. Otherwise, I
Okay.
would be.
And I'm
If
saying
I
to
had the
myself,
choice, I'd be on Spider-Man.
I can't even communicate when I'm just doing something little. Never mind, just sat in front of a computer talking to people now. you know. But Phil can multitask, and I'm like, how do you multitask like that? Talk to people as well as playing a game.
So how about we talk about games that we like? I mean, which game genre do you guys like?
Right.
Open world RPGs or
Open. I love.
action?
I'm a big fan of
Hmm,
open world,
yeah,
but I'm
like
also
the Witcher 3 Wild Hunt,
yeah. Do you know
Red
what?
Dead Redemption 2.
That's something I need to get back to, the Witcher Wild Hunt, because it's had an upgrade to the PS5, hasn't it? And I believe there's a DLC that involves the Netflix series in it.
Yeah, but I think the Netflix series DLC has got I think a side story or something,
Yeah, it does.
and
It
and
shows.
and some new costumes or outfits for Geralt, I think.
But I'm pretty sure I might not be right, but I thought I heard that Henry is actually in it.
Henry?
The one that plays the Witcher.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't think Henry will be
Or there's a
in
story and
the.
he's mentioned in it. Because I think
Did
Jennifer is it? Yeah, Jennifer's in it.
Yennefer.
Yennefer, that's
Jennifer,
it. Yennefer.
Jennifer.
Well, it sounds the same, you know.
You know,
It's not the
he
same, but it sounds the
remembers
same.
well because Jennifer is the only one that you can't get out of your mind, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you
No
mean.
comment.
I might get back to that episode where that happened. I might just pause it on there for a while. I mean,
I mean, Witcher is the only game that you won't cut this skip the cutscenes. I'm sure because it's great.
I tell you another game that's bad for that. Is it Heavy Rain? Yeah, Heavy Rain. There's a scene in Heavy Rain where you're actually looking at a full naked woman in the showers.
Yeah, so you keep on doing that, failing that mission and restarting it again.
Or you just record it and you can just have it on repeat.
Yeah.
But
Let's not talk about that. It's a family show, man.
Going back to the best genre of games, it's got to be mine's got to be open world story. But I do like some of the RPG games. Like used to play, like for instance, we used to play Rogue Company for hours and hours, and we never stopped it. But
I remember we had that last trophy that we have to spend 12 hours, I think, in a party, or 24 hours.
24, yeah.
24 hours, yeah.
Yeah, that was the hardest one, I think. No, for me, the hardest one was the 20 downs because I literally got close to one on a match. And this Kevin, I remember his name, he literally...
Never letting that go, are you?
No, he did it on purpose. I'm pretty sure at this day he did it on purpose still because he knew I was shooting him. And then his health was on the last bar and he went, boom, one shot and he got the down for it. I was like, oh no, really?
Have you guys earned the PS4 trophies of that game?
Yes.
Yeah.
So why don't you just install the PS5 version and get all the trophies for free?
Done it.
I mean, free.
Yeah, but at the time I didn't get the trophies on the PS4 version.
No, they pop. Oh, if you got the trophies on PS4, the PS5 version will auto pop all the trophies for you.
Well, what I did...
Yeah, so now that the Rogue Company PS5 is now my quickest platinum because of that.
Great.
Literally like 1 second.
Yeah, you just open the game and all the trophies pop in.
Well, to be fair, Sonu, I did have all the trophies except the 20 down one. So what I did is I did log into the PS5 version as soon as I went on the PS4 version, and they auto popped. So I only had that one trophy to get, and it just took me ages. Didn't it, Phil?
Yeah. So did you finally get it?
Yeah, I got it. And then after that, I was getting 20 downs like quite often, wasn't I?
Yeah.
For some reason, I just like once I got it, I was like, yeah, I'm getting it all the time now. And I don't know whether you just heard them just before. Apparently, Alexa decided she's joining in the podcast, so.
Can't say it.
No, I heard it behind me. She said I couldn't understand what you were saying. That's what she said. But no, do you know what? That game was amazing, and it's just a shame. I felt like it was dying. Yeah, they brought out a new character, but that was like it took them over a year to bring a new character out. But I've not been playing Rogue Company since July. I'm not sure whether you're the same, Phil.
I'm curious. I'm curious to know that if that game is still alive. I mean, is anybody playing it?
Yes, people are still playing it. It's still alive, but
nice.
it's like how long is it going to stay alive? Because by the sounds of it, they don't do regular updates anymore.
Yeah.
No, they fired a lot of the devs as well, didn't they?
Well, half of the team.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was, Sonya. They literally said a few days before. They said we're going to have fantastic updates soon. In this new season, we're going to have regular updates. So there's going to be new things coming all the time. And then
They never did that.
a few days later, they announced that they've sacked half of their team. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Don't promise something that you're not going to do it. If you know you're going to sack half of your team, why say them things?
It might be because the new games that come out,
Yeah.
and you suddenly lose all your players and their interests, and you say to yourself, now it's over, it's game over. Go guys, go spend your time with your family. What are you doing here?
But the
No,
thing
actually, jokes apart, it's because the new every time a new multiplayer games comes out, so the old game dies. It's just
Yeah.
how it goes, man. Yeah.
yeah, I know, but I think it's been dead. Well, I think it's been slowly dying for over a year at least. And I don't know whether you're the same, Phil. Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, but is what it is, isn't it? Really, I mean, it happens to every game sooner or later.
I mean, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna go
agree.
back to it. I am. I'm gonna make myself go back to it just to see if I'll enjoy it again. Because I did enjoy it, and it had a lot of potential. That game, it really did. I thought they were gonna bring a load of nice new stuff. I would have liked a mode where
It is.
it was 30. No, yeah, 30 versus 30. So it's like a battle royale type of mode. I mean, that would have been interesting on that game. I wonder what they could have done on it.
Yeah. Whenever you're online, just send me an invite to. I will see.
Yeah,
I just
definitely.
want to see that how good that game is right now. Is it are gamers still playing it, or just is it just dying?
Yeah. Well, that's our plan now. Us three, we're gonna go back on it and we're gonna try it out again. We're gonna say to ourselves, let's just go on it. Come on, let's just go on it. Try it again, see what it's like, and if we do start liking it again, we'll play it regularly again.
Yeah.
About the Battlefield game that we got recently, Battlefield 2042, 2042.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been a Battlefield fan all my life, man. I have played from a Battlefield Bad Company,
Nice.
and then I played Battlefield 3, 4, 1, all the games. I mean, those games were good, but the recent entry has not been good.
It's
So
not been the greatest. I mean, I
you know,
have tried
you
it
know,
a few times.
nothing is worse than when you order a game, you pre-order a game, and that game flops. It's a complete flop, and you, and you just think that what you did was wrong. You pre-ordered a game, you thought it's gonna be great. No, it isn't.
Well,
Just
like we were saying
think
early
again.
on, about Jumanji video game. That was the same. Me and Phil said, "Oh, do you know what? We'll go halves on that because Jumanji, the video game." And we're thinking this could be a really good game. This we bought it, we started playing it, and we went, "What the
But I have
fuck
learned a
is
lesson,
this?"
man. We should never pre-order a game. Never. No matter how good, how great of a fan we are, but we should never just pre-order a game without first looking at the reviews and what other people are telling and saying about that game.
Yeah. But do you
Because
know?
I did that, I did that often. I mean, I got a game that I used to love, and it was a sequel of that game, and after getting it, it was not what I expected, and
Yeah.
that's really not good. I mean, that really hurts you a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
for me, it's a challenge because when it comes to affordability here in Kashmir, it's very expensive. Gaming is really very expensive here.
yeah.
So you just have to spend a lot more than $70 to get a game. I mean, it's $70 for all the other gamers, but for me, it's a lot of money investing on a game. So after spending a lot of money on games, and then those games aren't what you expected, uh, I started to, think that it's not good to pre-order any game.
No,
I mean,
definitely
just
not.
yeah,
The only game I
What's
will
funny as
pre-order.
well with
Go on, mate.
I was going to say what's funny as well with pre-ordering is the fact that initially the idea of pre-ordering was so that you would definitely get the game
Yeah.
when it comes out. Whereas now, because you can do digital downloads, the only reason to do pre-ordering is for the little extra bonuses you get, which is usually just like skins and stuff.
yeah.
But it's like they have to try and give you something because otherwise there is no point to pre-ordering.
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
I know what you mean. And do you know what? The only game I will pre-order these days now is obviously the Spider-Man games and stuff like that, because you just know they're going to be good, don't you? With them games.
Well, yeah, Spider-Man has always been great.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spider-Man. Everybody was expecting that it's the new Spider-Man 2 is gonna be good, and it really is good. If you look at the reviews and the Metacritic score, it stays is at I think 92 right now. So it's good. Everybody
Nice.
is liking it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
been given a label, hasn't it, as one of the best looking games ever.
Yeah, I mean that's what the next gen is all about. If the game isn't good, so the how is it a next gen game? I mean, come on. So a game must look good, man.
It does. And do you know what? If I don't know whether you've seen a picture, but I seen a picture on the internet. It showed PS4 version New York in Spider-Man to Spider-Man 2 New York, and the image difference is so much different. It looks like they've used some some Unreal Engine. I don't know what they're running on, but whatever they're running on, it looks like they've literally took a picture from the real world and put it in the game. That's how incredible Spider-Man 2 is now. I've not played it yet because obviously I want to complete Miles Morales because the story goes into Spider-Man 2. So once I complete that, I'm going to go on to Spider-Man 2. But I've just seen pictures and little video clips, and it looks
I
outstanding.
I never look at the screenshots or the story just because I don't want to spoil anything. I just want to start a game
Yeah,
and play it like I don't know anything about that game, you know. So I don't look at the spoilers, but I just saw some of the screenshots of that game, Spider-Man 2, and those look incredible, I must say.
they do, mate. And do you know what? I actually read someone. There was a glitch in the game, and the glitch literally made Venom playable.
You mean Venom?
Yeah, because Venom's in the story. So
Venom is the main villain, I think, in the game.
he is, and well, Spider. I'm not giving you. I won't tell you if you don't know, but you know, Spider.
Yeah, don't tell me. Stop.
Something wrong.
Stop it. No,
Something wrong.
please.
No, all I'm going to say is something wrong's with Spider-Man. Something is wrong, and it basically it looks like what they took out of one of the movies. I don't know much about it. I'm trying my hardest. I've seen people streaming it, and I'm being like, no, I'm not watching them. I'm
And
not.
what I was surprised about was that you can now play that game as I mean with a friend or something. I think that game is co-op too. You can play as two Spider-Mans.
Yeah,
I heard
I
about that. I
don't
don't
think
know.
you can play with your friends. I think you can just switch to a different character.
Oh, I think so that info is wrong then. Whatever I
Ah, see, because that would have been amazing.
Wouldn't just
I mean, we said when we were playing the first Spider-Man games that that's what they should have done. They should have it where you can play play it in multiplayer as well. It all
so
good.
it's like you can switch between Miles.
If you would like to be a guest on our show yourself and talk about your background, how you became a streamer or just a casual gamer, just DM us on our social medias, or you can contact us by our email, which is teamworkspodcast@outlook.com. Now let's get back to the episode.
And Peter?
Yeah, you can. And do you know what would have been, even if the multiplayer where you're all Spider-Mans, it wouldn't matter because you'll have all different skins. So you'd be different Spider-Mans, won't you? It could be a universe of all Spider-Mans, and it'd be quite cool actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think the multiplayer features will be great if they will include a co-op. It will be really great because I mean, playing with friends is always good and cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what.
Do you know what though?
Go on, mate.
I think for the next Spider-Man game they do, then they should have the multiverse in it.
Yeah.
So you've got the Spider-Verse,
and be great
then
together.
And then obviously when you say again, sorry.
So I was saying that they say be greater together. I mean, if you can switch the characters, how are we greater together, man? I'm not playing with my buddy. Come on, just give us multiplayer option.
Valid point. The valid points.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
The DC games are a step further on the multiplayer side because the Gotham Knights, it's co-op mode, so you can play with your friend.
In what game?
Gotham Knights.
I don't know, man.
That is on PlayStation Plus right now as well. If you got PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium.
We have Deluxe. Some of the games are in Premium, but not in Deluxe. Which game were you talking about? Sorry.
It's called Gotham Knights.
Gotham. Gotham Knights. Yeah. But that game has its own issues like bugs and everything. I heard that it had a lot of bugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and crashes, and people are not liking his code because it's stuck on 30 FPS even on the next gen. So that's not really cool, I guess, in my opinion.
Let's say that's on all type of games.
I think it should at least play the game. We should at least be able to play that game in 60 FPS.
Yeah, definitely. What I do know about the new Spider-Man game is that, in the, was it Miles Morales? Yeah, you could use ray tracing, couldn't you, in it? But only at 30 FPS. But apparently, you can play ray tracing on both modes and it'll still be in 60 FPS, which is brilliant. So they've definitely improved it there because you can have ray tracing and you don't have to be on performance or graphic mode, which is brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, that's great. I mean, the ray tracing feature, in the performance mode, the graphics mode targets 60 FPS and is set for I think 1080p to 1440p resolutions. So I think it's great if you get the ray tracing on 60 FPS. That's really great.
Yeah,
That is the way to play. Yeah, even if the resolution is 1080p or 1440p, it doesn't matter. But I mean, you're getting ray tracing and 60 FPS. That's what matters, man.
Oh yeah, imagine that. I mean, I know the PS5 can go up to 120 FPS.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you got to have a TV that does that anyway, So
Yeah, that's right, man. I mean, if you got an old TV, you get only 60 FPS, even if the game has the option to get as far as 120 FPS. You just need a monitor to do that.
yeah. To be fair though, I am actually saving up for OLED at the moment. But
Oh yeah, that'll be a great buy. I actually bought a monitor from BenQ. It's a 144 hertz monitor, so I get 120 FPS at 1080p or 1440p. So that's good.
that's all right. So yeah, that's brilliant. But I have noticed with the new LG OLED, it's been on offer for ages now. You're looking over £2,000, £3,000 in our money. But it's been on offer for 1,100 and something at the moment. So I'm pretty sure that'll be around Christmas time, January time as well. But yeah, I mean, OLEDs are brilliant if you can afford them, but this has took me like ages to save up, so I'm hoping I'm going to get one by next year.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, so I agree. Yeah, OLEDs are great for gaming, and if you got that money, you should spend on that OLED TV and get it as soon as possible. Cause PlayStation 5 look great on that OLED TV. I agree, man.
Definitely. I mean, I wouldn't have gone for OLED. It's just I've saved up that well. I thought, if I've saved up, if I'm saving up for, I was saving up for a TV anyway. But I'm thinking to myself, well, it's only a few £100 more to save up for OLED if it's on offer like that. I might as well save up for it, mightn't I?
Yeah.
But yeah,
This is the thing, because a couple months down the line, it'll be like if you don't get the OLED, a few months down the line, it'll be the OLED ones are reduced massively, and you'll think, oh, I want that now, and then you'll save up for that anyway. So it's like it's cutting out the middle space between and just getting it as soon as, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, I've been waiting since last year or the beginning of this year, and I was going to get last year's edition because I spoke to someone in PC Curries or whatever it's called. It's called Curries, just Curries now, isn't it? Or
Yeah, Curries.
and he said as soon as the new batch comes out or they're being announced, then you'll see price drops off the 2022 models. But I've not seen,
Massively.
I've not seen that, and I'm thinking to myself, I might as well just get the 2023 one. Yeah, it might take me a little bit longer to save up for, but it'll be worth it down the line.
It's the thing, isn't it? You just gotta go on. Sorry.
No. Go on, bro. Go on, buddy.
I was just gonna say. I mean, it depends on what you'd prefer. Whether you'd prefer to spend a little bit more and get the best you can get at the minute, or whether you'd prefer to save a bit of money, but then end up having to save more anyway to get something sooner because you've not got the highest thing you can get, so you'll know that you'll want to spend more to get that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like anything, money, isn't it? That everything's gone up. I mean, the PlayStation 5's gone up, hasn't it? For example. I think it's £480 now for the disc version. Now, talking about now, yeah.
And there is a new PlayStation coming out soon.
Yeah, do you know what? It's a bit of a stupid one that apparently it doesn't come with a stand like the original does. You have to buy that separate. It's a new stand. It's like more like a plate that it stands on. It does look cool, but it doesn't come with the console. I've also heard as well the disc version of the slim one. It's detachable, and you gotta be connected to the internet for it to work.
Yeah, what I heard, yeah, that's really weird because reportedly you need an online connection to set up its removable disk drive, man.
It's mad that you could have a laptop, get one for your laptop, and you won't need the internet. You just put a disc in, and it's like there you go. But yeah, I mean, what if your internet connection's not reliable? You're not going to get one of them, are you? I mean, there's not much different size in them when you look at them.
There's no size, and I think the slimmer one is not good in my opinion, because the heat sink in that thing is really very small.
Well, apparently,
I was going to say you had the same problem with the PlayStation 2 Slim that would overheat quite badly because it didn't have the ventilation. Whereas I don't know whether they've paid more attention now, but it's likely that problems are going to arise soon enough.
Well, apparently I've heard that it's got everything, everything in the slim version, every single, thing inside that's in the original one. All the difference is it's gone a little bit slimmer. So it works the same. It's just a slimmer version. That's what they said.
The new heatsink in the smaller one is not a good thing that they have done with that console, because it's gonna make it worse. I mean, it's gonna heat up, and I mean, if you look at the original one, it has got a big, largest heatsink,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I mean, if you play some AAA titles on that game, you don't even hear any noise from that console because of that heatsink that's always working inside and trying to cool it down. So I guess the new one is not gonna be a great console to buy.
No, and I've noticed as well with the slim version of the disc version, if you look at the disc side, it's actually a bit bigger than the original. I've noticed.
Hmm.
How is that possible? It's meant to be slimmer, but yeah, the disc bit is actually a bit more chunkier.
Yeah,
If you look at it, Phil,
that's right.
you know what I mean by chunkiness. It's slightly bigger than the original.
Yeah.
It comes out with the disc. Oh my god, yeah. I mean, it's all right if you're new to PS5 and you're going to buy one in November or Christmas time. Yeah, that's all right if you're a newer buyer. But I mean, would you actually sell your original just for that? It's no point. All the difference is it's slimmer. And like you say, this one will stay cooler because it's bigger. But I think there'll be a PS5 Pro out next year. There's already talks about it
Yeah,
anyway.
there will definitely be a PS5 Pro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they've already
yeah, there will.
said they've already said that they're testing a few things. So I can see it next year myself.
I don't know about next year, but they will probably launch the PS5 Pro soon. Yeah.
Well, I said to Phil, I said before they announced that the PS5 was a thing, I said, and because there was rumors about the PS5 Pro coming out at the same time as the original,
Yeah.
and I said to him, if that was the case, then I probably would have gone for the PS5 Pro, just because it's come out on the same day as the original.
Yeah,
I would have done.
that makes sense. That makes sense, bro. That makes sense. I mean, everybody
Yeah,
would have
because
done the same. Yeah.
absolutely, because we had this discussion and I said to them they won't release the Pro at the same time because
Mhm.
your sales of your PS5
You
will
know,
be
yeah,
slower,
they are
so they
making
wouldn't
the
do it.
new PS5. Well, they are just doing it because they want to reduce the PS5 manufacturing costs.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, makes
so
sense.
they would that would have not been a good idea.
Yeah,
Definitely not. But say they bring the PS5 Pro out in the next year or two, I definitely wouldn't upgrade. I didn't do it with the PS4. When the PS4 Pro came out, I thought, is there any point getting rid of my PS4 that I've got now just for slighter better graphics? It's not really, is it?
I
No,
don't think so.
No.
no.
Not unless...
I mean, as
Go on.
Sonu said earlier, the quality of the graphics of the games don't matter as much as the story of the game. So paying an extra few £100 just to get graphics that are a tiny bit better, it's just a waste of money, really, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
agree.
But
I agree.
what they did say is
Nice.
it wouldn't be just the graphics, CPU. There would be a much improved CPU in it. But I think the CPU that's in it now, the original, is just as good.
I think the only difference you would notice would be the graphics, though. So I don't think there'd be any point. Even if they say there's going to be extra things that are going to be better, I don't think you'd really notice it all that much.
Oh yeah, and the other difference is the PS5 Pro could be a 2 TB.
2
It's not
terabyte.
bad.
I mean, I know I might be wrong.
Extra storage is always good. That's good. I mean, if it's
Yeah.
2 TB, that's good. But I mean, I agree with James that you have to buy it if you want to just if you have money to burn, just buy it. But I don't think it's a good idea because yeah, you just buy something that doesn't have a significant value.
No.
Now,
Yeah.
The next time I upgrade a PlayStation would be the PS6.
Or
yeah,
if your
that's good.
PS5 goes.
Or if my PS5 goes, but I can't see it going anytime soon. You know what I mean? I've had it since launch day, and it's not really messed up. With the PS4, I had a load of issues with it. You remember I told you about the issues I had.
Yeah, I remember.
It was after a certain software update. It just messed my PlayStation up. But I give it away to me stepmom's grandchild, and he's still got it now. But because I factory resetted it and all that, obviously it's working for him. But I got the PS5, so there was no point in me having the PS4. I mean, I know Phil's kept his for in the living room, but he's mainly done that for the family having it.
Yeah. Mine, I let my nephews play on it.
Yeah, which no one would play on it in my house because
Yeah.
me. No, just because my brother's
I
always on
won't.
his gaming PC and he's got the Xbox Series X. So like, why would he play a PlayStation 4 as well when he's got next gen?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I did have a PS3 up to about a few months ago, and then I said to myself, I was just looking around the room and I said, my PS3's still standing there, and why have I still got it? So I just sold it in the end with a bunch of load of games. I got a decent amount of money for what it was, and then I thought, yeah, there's no point in me keeping it there. I know people keep it on the shelves and that for show and all that, and say, look, I've gone through all the generations and all that. But do you actually need a console in the background to tell people that you've actually been on all these consoles? You don't, do you?
Sorry, are you asking me?
I was just having a general chat with both of you. It was just, you don't have to, do you?
Can you repeat what you said? Sorry.
Sorry, am I cutting out, or can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What I was basically saying is, I had my PS3 on the shelf, and I said, well, why have I still got it? So I sold it, got a decent amount of money.
You sold it. I think you did. You did the right thing, buddy. That's because every console that I had, I sold it too. I mean, because I told you earlier that in my I mean the place where I live,
Yeah.
it's really very expensive to game. Yeah, so if you want to afford something, if you want to buy something else, you just have to, I mean, make money, earn
Yes.
money for that, and you just have to think about what you're gonna do. I mean, what you're gonna buy. So I just planned something. I just sold my PS3 when I got the PS4, and then I sold the PS4 for the PS5. So that's good. I mean, if you're done with something, it's good to sell it. But if you don't want to do it, you just want to put it in your collection or something, it's up to you. But I just didn't have the money to buy PS5, so I had to just sell the PS4 to get the PS5.
Yeah, and I know what you mean, and I know some people do have it on the shelves for show to say, "Oh, I've been on all these consoles and all that." But to me, I don't think you need a console standing on your shelf just to tell people that you have been on all these consoles. I mean, you could just literally just say, do you know what? Yeah, I started on such and such thing. I just think it clops up a lot of space, unless you had a load of space and you had a big shelving unit, and
Yeah,
you were
that
into
too.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see the point, but me, no. Well, I know I only got rid of it with PS3 a few months ago, but that was down to the fact that I actually forgot it was there. Literally forgot it was there. And talking about a little bit earlier about upgrading, what I would ever upgrade. I did actually upgrade from a you know, the big chunky PS3. It was the 80 gig model. I did.
Yeah, I had the same. I had the same. Yeah, I remember that, man.
Yeah,
That was a very curvy console,
yeah.
big fat.
I had that one, but
Yeah.
it broke on me after 7-8 years, which is a good lifespan out of a console, to be honest with you. But it completely gone. I tried to get it fixed. The fella said it's gone. Your chip is gone on it, and the fans are not working. So it was not worth fixing. So I didn't have a console then. So the only option was to just buy the slimmer version to the PS3. So I had the console. So that's the one I recently sold. So yes, I did upgrade, but only because my console broke. And the other one I did upgrade. Did they have the original PS2? I'm not sure, but I did have the original PlayStation 1, and then I had the PlayStation Mini, which was actually the PlayStation 1, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Keep that PlayStation 1, man. You know, even after hearing that name PS1, it brings back so many memories.
Oh, it does. Do you remember all the demo disc you could actually get?
Yeah.
I thought
I
that was
remember
quite
the
cool.
game that I used to play, the Hercules and Resident Evil 1. Those games were awesome. And as a kid, they spooked us a lot. Those games were scary, but those games were great as well. So we enjoyed them a lot. You know, sometimes it's really hard to just sell something that has a lot of memories. That
Yeah.
you Yeah, it's sometimes hard to just go and cry about it in a corner somewhere, but but you tell yourself that you have to do it, man, because there's no other option for you to buy anything else. But yeah, it's okay, part of the life, man. but
Definitely.
but if you got something, like you said that you have a PlayStation 1, that's really great. It's you should keep it.
Yeah, but
uh,
obviously, years ago, you got the PlayStation 2, then the PlayStation
and
3. I did get rid
may,
of the PlayStation 1. I have to admit, I did.
maybe after some time, that PlayStation 1 is gonna give you a lot back, but you even don't expect that it will give you, because sometimes you just sell them for a lot of money.
Well, that's
Many men Yeah,
maybe
when
this is not a console, but I've started collecting. You know the Olin Fields and Horses wobbleheads.
oh, Wobble has, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've started collecting them, and I reckon they'll be worth quite a bob in it. In a while time, because things like them come collection items, don't they? So I think with them that they will go up in price, because obviously people will want them and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Same with the pop figures. I mean, I love the pop figures, but I would never get rid of them. That's the thing. I know as people are saying, well, what if they go up in price and you can get a lot of money back from them? I'm like, I'm not sure whether I could sell them, because I just like the look of them.
But you can sell them too, because like you said, that people come looking for it, because sometimes you're a fan of certain games,
Yeah.
and you just look everywhere online to get something from that game, but you can't find it. So So suddenly you see a guy and he's selling it, even for a lot of money. You're gonna buy it if you love that game, or you have a memory attached to it. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Um, amazing the way, and you know what? I love the PlayStation 5, and I won't give it up. But just to let you know as well, I don't know whether any I'm not sure. Yeah, it could be in India as well. Um, you can now. No, you can't because you only. Did you say you can only get the extra subscription?
No, no, no. I have that deluxe PS Plus deluxe
Is that similar?
subscribe.
Is that similar to the premium or?
It's similar to the premium, but some of the games that you guys have in the premium, those games aren't in the deluxe one.
Ah, yeah.
Like the PS3 games,
Right.
some
Okay.
of the PS,
Yeah.
all of the PS games actually, and I mean I cannot even stream the games because that option is not here in the Indian gaming. I mean Indian PSN store.
Yeah.
So
That's what I was thinking of actually. Yeah, that's basically I was just gonna say. Now they just recently updated PlayStation Plus Premium, and you don't have to download PS5 games anymore. You can stream them.
yeah,
I'm hoping
yeah. I
at
I
some
just
point. I'm hoping at some point they bring it out to India because I just think they should. I think they're missing out. I
they
think
will never do it. They will never do it, man.
they should
Do you
do
know
though.
why? No, it's let me tell you why. Because
Is it because of
you
the
know that service that you guys had,
yeah,
PS Now service.
yeah,
Even after a long time, you guys had it. You played those games. You streamed games, and that service never came to online India. I mean Indian PSN. So I don't think they will bring this service to here.
it's a shame,
Even
really,
if
isn't it?
they change their mind, but it will take a long time because I think because here I believe they think that it's not a good strategy to
It,
just bring those services here because the lack of internet services and other things here. Like I said,
Yeah.
that that a gamer here doesn't afford
yeah, yeah.
a lot of
I was
things.
just going to say, is it because of the ping in India? Is the ping too high or whatever it is? Is that why they won't
That
bring a
yeah,
streaming
that
software?
you know, I remember time when I used to play Battlefield games on 300 plus ping. Can you believe it?
Oof.
300 ping.
Crikey.
I
So
mean,
that was that
I couldn't
laggy as
even
well.
hit enemies, and I would rage myself. What am I doing? Why isn't my aim so good? Why am I not hitting the enemy? But that's because my internet was bad.
I
Because
believe it's improved though in India now, wasn't it? The
but now
ping and
now now the now the Asian servers have been added to the games.
yeah,
Asian, European servers. I mean, UK servers are good. I mean, you get around 150 ping on them, but it's playable. You can play online games on that. 150 ping is normal here in India.
So
So,
obviously on Road Company, you were on American servers like us, weren't you? Or yeah, because
no,
I think
I
we were
cannot.
using
If I play on American server, it's not the game is unplayable. You will think that you are playing good, but the lag really it just messes up with your skills. I mean, you try to do something and your character just stucks. I mean, and imagine if you're playing a multiplayer game and that happens. So
yeah.
that's not good. Yeah. I mean, I get around 400 plus ping on a US server. So I
Wow.
usually skip. I don't uh, I never use any American server. I
So
just
what do? You use Europe?
hmm?
Do you just use a Europe server?
Yeah, Europe, Asia, these two.
Yeah, because when we were playing with each other on Road Company, it was good, wasn't it?
Mm.
It wasn't lagging. I remember that.
Yeah, no, it wasn't lagging because it was a EU server.
Yeah,
I think EU stays at 150. But it's playable because uh, there's no packet loss,
yeah.
no latency, and the ping is stable, so it is playable. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. Internet is, or you need a really good internet now, don't you, to play online and all that. Your ping's got to be
No, I think
to standards.
this. If I look at my internet speed right now, it's good. I think it's whatever the requirement is to play the games online. I mean, to stream a game. I mean, I think it's enough to
Yeah,
stream a game. But the problem is that maybe they believe that it's not gonna work because they never tried it earlier. I mean, when you guys when I mean everybody else had the PS Now service, so just they're just thinking that maybe it won't be a good idea if we bring that service. Maybe nobody will subscribe
yeah.
to that service, or yeah. So
Well, funny enough, I didn't actually use the PS Now app. I just thought to me because at first it was a lot of money, and I'm thinking I'm not
mm,
paying for that when I'm already paying for one subscription. What's the point?
mm,
But obviously, PlayStation Plus Extra and Deluxe and Premium came out.
mm.
I
No,
weren't going to pay the at first. I weren't going to pay the £100 just because
mm,
in ours it was £100 for the year. But I waited until January and it had a really big discount, so I got it for £60 odd, which is really
mm,
you're paying just like it's over tenner more for as a standard subscription service. So yeah, I thought it was well worth it getting it when it was on offer. But anyway,
mm.
Phil, is there anything you want to add to the end of the episode there, mate?
No, I've really
Uh,
enjoyed it. Been some really good conversations there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really great, man. I mean, talking about games, I'm really never tired of talking about games
No, no,
because
no,
when,
definitely.
Absolutely.
Honestly,
yeah,
you can talk about gaming and there's so much to talk about it. I know I've heard it from some people. Gaming's just gaming, but no, you can't say that because it's not. Because you can game just because we're talking about gaming, it doesn't mean it's going to be about the same thing all the time. There's always something different about gaming, like you say, your ping. That's something to do with
yeah.
gaming. Streaming and stuff like that. That's
Mm.
coming to me. Next question, just before we get off, is basically: have you ever
Yeah, sure.
streamed the game before? Like on Twitch or YouTube or anything?
Yeah. I actually have a YouTube channel,
Oh, nice.
but I don't. I'm not usually interested in streaming my games or something like that. But I
Yeah.
did create a channel, and I streamed a lot of games actually, and uploaded a lot of videos. Um, so yeah, I did that.
Nice.
Mm,
I mean, started off on YouTube, but I didn't
mm,
think YouTube was great for streaming on. So
mm,
I started off just doing content creating, making videos of games that I play, that I enjoy, and just show people that way. But
mhm.
then I started streaming on Twitch, and I started streaming, and streaming became more of a thing, and I forgot about doing content creating, which I want to get back to because I used to love making the videos up for YouTube and all that.
Mhm.
But I do silly things for TikTok now these days as well, so that's another one. But
And to
no,
talk about TikTok, it's banned here. You cannot use TikTok.
that's such a shame though because TikTok is okay. Phil didn't like it, but he's recently the last few months you've been posting your woodwork and everything on it, haven't you? And it's been a success
Yeah.
so far, hasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, I use it on a regular basis now.
Yeah, and it is quite good, isn't it, for that sense?
Yeah, but I mean, obviously, in different places, it is banned. Just like obviously things like Facebook, for example, are banned in different places, and
No, it's been
it
a long time. I don't know what the I mean issue is with the government, and
There's no issue, is there? I mean,
they
I think
banned.
it's banned in
No.
America now, isn't it?
They here banned a lot of things. I mean, they banned a lot of websites here. So
yeah,
Yeah.
they just do whatever they want. I mean, you cannot just uh, tell them what to do. I mean, they do
no,
whatever they want.
definitely not.
They just banned, and you're right. It was a great place to share your gaming experiences, but unfortunately, it got banned. So yeah,
That's such a shame. Hopefully they might bring it back, hopefully one day. But like you say, it's like with PlayStation Plus Premium, you're not sure that'll ever come, but you just don't know. One day it might do. You never say never.
yeah. One day, Kratos will be back, and God of War 4 will be released.
Well, you can't even get that either.
No, no, I was just joking. I was just joking, man.
I was going to say that's a bit
No,
harsh, isn't
the
it?
new God of War game. I think there's not gonna be Kratos in the new game.
Oh,
Have you played the God of War game?
well, I've started them. But like I say, because I've got that many games and I don't stick to one, which I have been lately. To be fair, I've been sticking to the Spider-Man games, but I'm definitely going to go back to it because I know there's a great story behind it all, and obviously,
Yeah, the new one is a good game. It's a story of a father and a son.
yeah,
So you should play it, man.
I,
It's a good game.
I definitely will. You know what? Thank you, Sonu, for being just a fantastic guest. Thank you for coming on. It's been great talking to you because it's been so long since we last
I
spoke to
should
you.
I should be the one thanking you for having me on this podcast, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Because it's always really very fun talking about games as a gamer, and it was really very fun talking to you guys.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I've just got to end the podcast with we always say to people at the end of the podcast is there anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anyone you would like to give a shout out yourself?
Shout out to you guys
Thank you.
for making this
Well, thank you.
possible. It was a great podcast because I'm not usually into these things. So thanks for inviting me, and I'm looking forward to discussing all the other things next time about PlayStation gaming and other things. Inshallah. Yeah.
Nice one.
Definitely.
And the last thing that we're going to end with, if I can find it, what we do is we have someone behind the scenes, from our last guest, asking our next guest a question. I'm just trying to think, where are we? He did message me with a question.
Hmm.
He is somewhere here. There we go.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here
Sure.
we go. I've got him up. I've got that many things. Here we go. Here we go. I found his question. So the question to you, which he doesn't know, this is actually going to be read out to you. All he knows is it's going to be for the next guest. So from our last guest, which was Doug, not the Doug you're thinking of, Phil, if you're thinking of it. You know who I mean.
Yep.
But this question from Doug basically is, with the recent release of Lies of P, what work of life threat would you adapt onto a game, and what type of game would it be?
Is that question for me?
Yeah.
Can you please repeat that question?
So
Lies
it's
of P is a good game. I mean,
yeah,
I played the demo. It's a Souls-like game. Like I said, I'm a big fan of From Software games, and I really enjoyed that demo, the one that I downloaded. But can you please repeat the question so that I can understand?
yeah,
As you know,
of course, mate.
I just want to add something up once again that English is not my native language, so
Do you know
I'm
what?
sorry if
I think you've done incredible, mate. Honestly, I have to say you've done really incredible, and I'm
thank
not
you,
just
thank
saying
you.
that. But the
Yeah, listen,
question,
don't apologise because we speak English very badly anyway, so
yeah,
it's fine.
I was just gonna say English is a hard language to understand ourselves, and we are English. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
so
So
the
yeah.
question is
So can you make that question a little simple for me to understand? That's what I was trying to tell you.
right. I'm just trying to
Yeah.
think. Right, I'll just read it a little bit slower then because it is.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I read it a little bit too fast then. With the recent release of
Yeah.
Lies of P,
Mm-hmm.
what work of literature would
What work of?
light? Hold on. Literature. That's it.
Oh, literature.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Would you adapt into a game, and what type of game would it be?
Literature.
Yeah.
It will always be a Souls game. I mean, what else can we? Uh, uh, take from one game to the other.
Yeah.
You know, Souls of Lies of P is a Souls-like game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will take something that is good in that game, uh, and I will try to put it in a. But as you know, it's a clone of a Souls game. We must first know that it's a game that's been like a clone of a game that's always that's been great from years.
Yeah.
As you know, From Software games are always great. So so they have stolen something from Software. I will steal something good uh, from Lies of P, and then I will just add it to the game that I want to make. And it will definitely be a Souls like game. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant! You know
Yeah.
what? That was a fantastic answer to that question. That was really good. I really enjoyed that. Yeah,
Thank you, man.
very
I hope
interesting as well.
I hope you understood what I said, man.
Honestly, mate, I have.
Absolutely, yeah.
Do you know what? I have to say you've done really well. Yeah, honestly, I'm not
Thank
just
you,
saying
thank you.
that.
And
I'm
I
pretty
must
sure of it.
apologize. I mean, if I stutter or said something that you didn't understand, I apologize to you guys for that and all the fellow gamers
Look,
that will
mate,
actually.
I stutter all the time, so you know I'm on the same boat. And I'm English. Like I say, we stutter on our words because English is very poor, isn't it, Phil? It is.
Yeah, we're terrible
Yeah.
with the English language anyway, and it's our first language, but we're really bad at it. So the fact that it's your second language or third language or whatever, and you can communicate as well as you can, so much respect to you, mate.
Yeah. And I
Thank
was
you,
just
man.
going to say
Thank
as
you very much.
well, I think you've done a better job and we actually talk.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know,
I'd argue with that.
you
But
know, I was really very nervous. I'm just thinking, and man, I have to just do everything what we discussed about,
yeah.
like the way we discussed. But everything has gone well, so I'm happy.
Honestly,
Thank you,
mate,
and thank you guys.
I was 100% certain it was going to go well tonight because you know yourself when you hear other podcasts, it's all
Mhm.
rush, and
Yes.
we just want our guests to be relaxed. Take your time. You don't have to answer the questions straight away. You can take your time. There's no pressure. The show is yours, basically. That's why I say the show is yours,
Nah,
and
it's a
that's why it's gone so well.
it's a mind blowing show. I must tell you that, and I must appreciate that whatever I told you, that you guys listened to it and just kept slowing yourself down, or else I wouldn't have understood what you said. Yeah.
Except that last question that I was asking, I did actually say that a little bit too fast, and I said it a little bit too
But
fast that I didn't
to
say the
me,
word properly.
to me, it was slower. Yeah.
But honestly, it's been amazing having you on the show, mate. We will definitely get onto a game. We'll plan a day, hopefully soon. Once we've finished, this podcast and all that, we will contact each other, maybe tomorrow or
Yeah.
in the next couple of days. We'll definitely sort something out, won't we, Phil?
Absolutely, mate. Yeah, love to do it again.
Because we've both actually missed
I can't.
talking to you. It's just been
I
brilliant having you on the show.
I can't wait to play with you guys again, man. Let's start a game together, man.
Definitely, we'll
Uh,
go back to Roll
and
Company.
co-op game. Yeah, we can play that game to see, yeah, how the new guys are doing.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Let's
think what other games
let's
we could play as well.
let's give them a hard time.
yeah, let's give them a hard time. We're back on. Let's see how we do. I think the first game will be, because we haven't been on it for a while. I think it'll be like, oh god, are we
Yeah,
that
no,
bad? Are we really
I
that
already
bad?
know that our butts will be kicked. Sorry for that word.
It's all right. No,
We,
honestly, mate, we've had worse on here.
yeah, so I think when you start a game after a long time, you just suck at it. So hopefully
Yeah,
we'll get better
Yeah,
by playing it together
definitely, mate.
again.
Definitely. And
definitely.
do you know what? Possibly tomorrow or in the next couple of days,
Hmm.
we'll try and get into a game.
Yeah, do
Hopefully,
let me know, and I'll install that game and we'll play.
yeah, we will do. Me and Phil will let you know. One of us will let you know anyway, and definitely. But it's been amazing having you on the show, mate. I just want to thank you
Thank you very much.
again, and yeah, I think that's come to the end, guys. We've gone over an hour. I'm pretty sure Sonyu's really tired right now, so we'll go right now. But honestly, mate, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, Phil, for just being a fantastic co-host as always. Without
Thank you, guys.
you wouldn't make
I
the
want to
show.
add something.
Yeah, of
I
course.
want to add something. Thank you, guys. It's a great show, and keep on shining. Thank you.
Brilliant, mate.
Ah, thank you, bro.
You're a legend. Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll see you soon, guys.
Peace out.
Peace.
Peace out.